The threat that cannot reach a stone in a safe. What the 2026 CrowdStrike threat report actually means for where your capital sits, and why physical hard assets have become a structural portfolio category. 29 minutes. That is how long a cyber attacker needed, on average, in 2025 to move from initial access to lateral compromise of a financial network. The fastest recorded breakout in the same period, 27 seconds. Sit with that second number. 27 seconds is less time than it takes to confirm a two-factor authentication prompt. These figures appear in the 2026 CrowdStrike Global Threat Report, alongside an 89% year-over-year increase in AI-enabled adversarial attacks, the emergence of autonomous agentic-era threat actors, and the single largest financial theft ever recorded, $1.46 billion in cryptocurrency stolen not by breaching individual wallets, but by compromising the software signing pipeline of an exchange's infrastructure. None of this requires a cybersecurity specialist to interpret. Everything that exists as a number inside a database, equities, bonds, crypto, cash held at a bank, pension entitlements, sits within that attack surface. The rate of expansion is accelerating. The direction is not reversible. The financial industry has responded in the only way it can, by selling you cybersecurity-themed ETFs. It cannot offer you the one defense that is categorically immune to the threat type itself. That defense is physical. 3 attack vectors dominate the 2026 CrowdStrike report as the fastest growing. Supply chain compromise. Adversaries subvert trusted software or infrastructure providers. Every institution downstream is compromised simultaneously. The $1.46 billion cryptocurrency theft was not a breach of individual wallets, it was a compromise of the signing pipeline. One point of failure. Every dependent institution exposed in a single stroke. AI-driven credential attacks. Autonomous AI runs credential stuffing and social engineering campaigns at a scale no human adversary could sustain around the clock, across every exposed surface, without fatigue or error. Cross-domain attacks. Attackers traverse cloud infrastructure, endpoints, and identity systems within a single attack chain. The boundaries between systems have dissolved. Containment is structurally harder than it was 5 years ago. A colored gemstone in a safe is exposed to exactly 0 of these vectors. It has no network address, no credentials. It does not participate in supply chains. It requires no institutional custody to retain value. This is a categorical distinction, not a matter of degree. The asset does not sit inside the attack surface. The case for physical hard assets used to rest on inflation hedging and crisis liquidity. Those arguments remain valid. But the category has earned a different kind of attention over the last 18 months. Physical hard assets now represent the structural edge of a diversified portfolio, the portion of capital not exposed to the fastest growing category of financial risk in modern history. The risk categories applicable to physical assets have been largely stable for centuries. The risk categories applicable to digital assets are expanding exponentially. A portfolio without a physical hard asset layer has, in effect, concentrated all its exposure within a single, rapidly evolving threat environment. That is not diversification. It is a bet, and most holders are making it without realizing they have placed it. The framework, a minimum 20% of total portfolio in physical hard assets, divided equally between precious metals and colored gemstones, acquired at regular intervals rather than in a single deployment. This is a starting point, not a prescription. Every collector's position is different. What it is not is an argument for 0. Within the physical hard asset category, colored gemstones occupy a distinct position. Value density. $1 million of fine-colored gemstones occupies a volume smaller than a cigarette packet. Among legal, portable asset classes, nothing else approaches this ratio of value to mass. Non-correlation. Gemstone price dynamics operate largely independently of equity markets, bond yields, and cryptocurrency cycles. They respond to supply constraints, origin scarcity, and documentation standards, forces with little relationship to the digital financial system. Absence of intermediation. No custodian, broker, exchange, or digital ledger stands between the asset and the owner. Ownership is physical and unambiguous. Mobility. Unlike real estate, a gemstone position can be physically relocated on short notice. The asset travels with its owner. The performance basket curates documented, standard treatment colored gemstones at entry tiers consistent with a quarterly acquisition schedule, the same discipline as an RRSP contribution, applied to physical hard assets. Every stone is accompanied by Tier 1 laboratory documentation from GIA, GRS, AGL, or Gubelin, and a physical provenance file. These documentation standards, developed over the last 2 decades, have transformed colored gemstones from an art world judgment call into an asset class that serious collectors, family offices, and institutional capital can evaluate with confidence. The asset is ancient. The documentation is new. Together, they produce something the 2026 CrowdStrike report's threat landscape cannot reach.